Ah, yeah, exactly. Just let it land, right? Yeah. No rushing ahead to anything. I mean, I've got a half hour, so I might as well. Kidding, Reverend Don. I love this song that Rita decided to play this because it's an activation that I felt in my body. And this week has been, this week has been an activation for me in a whole new way. And I haven't quite, deciphered it out yet to see where it's leading me, but I'm very pleased with what I have allowed myself. And this class has helped. This class that we took, it was one of those surprise ones where you didn't think it was really doing that much because they really weren't teaching. He really wasn't teaching anything. And, that's still that part of me in the beginning was like, when do we get to the money part? Prosperity, But what I realized with Michael, and I loved it was on Zoom because I've never been that close to Michael Beckwith, just to be honest with you. I mean, he's like there, I'm like, wow, he'd be there and you wouldn't get that close. So, but what it is about him is he doesn't teach, he just activates, as Rita was saying. And he just allows himself to just be. So he said something that really stuck, and I want to make sure I read it so I know that, so this all one for all and all for one, for me, right out of the gate, tells me it's a win-win. And I love win-win. This thing about a little bit more for them and a little bit, wouldn't it be beautiful if everything we did, which I believe in the end of the game is a win-win. But this is what he said. And the message I got this morning I've been dreaming all week, by the way, and these dreams, I won't share them with you, but they're just, wow. You can do some wild stuff out there in those dreams, man. And he says, there is enough potential energy in one human cell to light an entire city.
Ooh. My microphone, sorry.
There is enough potential energy in one human cell to light an entire city. I've heard that before, I've heard it, and usually it just becomes like another metaphor for us to take in as we continue to try to find what the next thing is that's going to unfold us. And I stopped and I said, what if you just lived with that idea? So what it told me was that we are walking plants of divine potential. We are walking power plants of divine potential. And I went, okay, I know that, but I want to feel it. I want to know. So what's potential? Potential means, which is horrible for my little world. There's nothing better than, but she had such potential. Means that she doesn't have it yet, or he doesn't have it yet. And I'm thinking, we are these power plants. And I was talking to Carrie this morning. I was getting all excited about this idea. Oh my God. Some parts of me have been playing it small. If I'm a power plant for the divine potential, which means that it's been saying it all the time, I am that I am. I am, not you are sometimes and you are, it's I am that I am. And then this is what really hit me was when it said, in one cell, one tiny microscopic blink and you'll miss it cell contains enough potential to light a city. What does that say about you? What does that say about you when, I hate to break the news to you in case you don't know it, we have 30 trillion cells right here in this power plant right here. And that's scientific for those of you who have to have the science always involved in it. And I'm thinking to myself, what does that really mean beyond the words? What does that say about us being 30 trillion of them, plus a consciousness that gets to choose, imagine, and create? And it almost made my head explode for a moment, because I can't even count 30 trillion. I don't know about any of you. I just started counting. And I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm thinking, and then I started vibrating. And I said, I want to go all the way. I want to know what 30 trillion cells that are working in my favor and each and every one of your favor right now. I want to know it. I want to feel it. I want to be it. I want it all. And I just started doing this vibration. And right now my legs are shaking because it's incredible, because this is who we are. And I wanted to, like, it was late at night, I wanted to go out and tell the whole neighborhood. I wanted to knock on their door. How are you? You don't know me, but you have 30 trillion cells that are working on your behalf right here and right now. And then run from the police that they will be calling, because they're going to go, I always knew it was a cult. Oh my gosh. What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? And then I was just saying, it's great to feel this, but how do I use it? How do I use it? Because we were in a circle on Friday night after we watched the Jane Goodall film, which was superb. If you haven't seen the documentary of her last words, please do, because it's just beautiful. And we were talking about, well, what about people in other parts of the world, or people that don't know about this teaching, or know that trillion cells are activated and there's a divine that's moving through them? What about them? You got 30 trillion cells activating. I think we can touch them. I think we can reach them. And the quantum field guarantees it, because we entangle with everyone. What if everything was one for all and all for one, and we were no longer separate? I loved another phrase that I heard during my out-of-body experience, and it was called cosmic orphan. And I went, how do we become a cosmic orphan? And I'm thinking, when we disconnect from the one power, because we are cosmic beings. We came here, we never die, we were never really born only in this particular, I'm thinking cosmic, and people are looking to plug in, right? I want to plug in. There's no plug in. I hate to tell you, there's no circuit to plug into. You are that. You are this incredible, incredible power. So what happens when I don't disconnect? I forget. Can you take that with you? That we just forget. When we're out there in the world that everybody wants to talk about the cruelty and the things that are going on out there, I found out on my out-of-body, there's a lot of love. A lot of love out there. Just waiting to be found, waiting to be experienced when we don't cloud it up. When I don't cloud it up with what's not right. I'm not saying don't look at it, because please, there are things that we need to look at. But let's go beyond even that. Your 30 trillion cells are activating every moment on your behalf. On your behalf. And if anybody has ever been ill of any kind of dis-ease in one's body at any time, I know we probably have all experienced something. What if, when you were experiencing that or going through any kind of procedure or anything like that, you realized that there was a love tribe of 30 trillion cells in the cosmic space, assisting you, loving you, all through it, all through all the things. The emotional, the divorces, the breakups, the self, I don't love myself, whatever that is. What if we were to really, really go there? I remember this week, I didn't want to move on until I actually unpacked it. I know a lot of times, on to the next workshop. Oh, Michael Beckwith's over, what's next? Rita and Patrick. Reverend Rita, Reverend Patrick. So I'll end with this one beautiful little line for you. This could be an entire workshop series just on there's nothing to get anymore. There's only to remember. And if I remember, then wow. Not many things takes my breath away, but this week has taken my breath away. I realize that I have the power. Quanta, just a little side, that our beautiful Miss Kitty has lost her sight. And not Quanta, Miss Kitty at home. And I'm going to tell you, it was very hard for me because I fix things. And I learned through my life that I can't always fix things. So I said, if I've got 30 trillion cells working through my body, but I went to Quanta first, because I said, Quanta, get in the field right now. Your auntie needs a little bit of assistance. And I went, why not? If I'm standing up here vibrating at the frequency of the divine, why can't she see again? And I said, and I got this beautiful message. She looked at me and she said, why don't you worry about your seeing? I was blind and now I see. And I'm thinking, there's nothing wrong with wanting that. So Quanta said that she would absolutely take care of that. But if we're this powerful, it's not about healing the world, but it is about healing yourself so that you can work in the world in which we live in. So it says, you are more powerful than you know. Would you agree on that? Yes. You are more powerful than you know how to use it. That would be one. Yes. And now we don't have to use it because we are it. And guess what the world is waiting for? This is your day. This is your day, each and every one of you, wherever you're at. The world is waiting for you to light not only a city, but flip the switch and turn yourself on so that we can serve the world. Namaste.